Hi, my name's Charlie Norton. It's the first YouTube I've ever made video sitting at my desk. I'm making this about Monster Transmission. Now I'm in business. Me and my brother have a warehouse about as big as what he said he's got. And we know how business is run. And Achilles Thomas does not know how to run a business. He knows how to run an internet business. He knows nothing about transmissions. He never has worked on a transmission, from what I can tell. He just decided to pick a widget, and it happened to have been a transmission. But he was good at internet. So he builds this company without any knowledge of the business whatsoever, and hiring salespeople that have no knowledge about transmissions or how they work or what they do even, probably. And so, but I fell into the internet crap like everybody else did, and I was disappointed. I told the first guy, Bob, that what I had, 91 Dodge Cummins diesel, 4-wheel drive. Turned out that 3-speed without the overdrive transmission was nearly impossible to find. But they found one, and he sent it to my transmission guy. But they sent the one with the overdrive and it wouldn't work, so I called him and said, "You sent me the wrong one." They referred me to the company in New Hampshire that actually built their transmission. It's not built in Florida. So it's kind of hard for me to believe that they actually take the transmissions and put them in cars and drive them around. Anybody with any sense knows that no company's going to have 1,000 different cars out there, so they have a transmission to stick in it and test it. I don't think they test anything. As a matter of fact, how could they? Well, needless to say, they did send a truck, and they picked up the bad transmission. And after a couple, 3 weeks, this went on for months, by the way, I didn't get a transmission, and they finally said, "We just can't locate a transmission." So I just said, "Give me my money back." I ended up finding one in Santa Barbara, California, and paid a fortune for it, but that's besides the point. So they said, "Okay, it goes through administration, then 7 to 10 days, and you get your money back." And I said, "Well, look, you've had my money for months. I want it back now." They said, "Well, I'm sorry, that's the process." I said, "No, it isn't. I have a business of my own. If somebody brings some flooring back for credit, I just put their number in our credit card machine and press send, and the money goes right into their account. Sometimes it might take 2 or 3 days, depending on if it's a debit card or American Express, but it does not take 2 weeks. But they went on and on. Finally, I said, "Okay." So a week later, I call them up, and they say, "Well, it's cleared accounting and ready for refund, and now it's going to take 7 to 10 days. And I said, "No, it's not. You're going to give me my money back by Friday." I said, "I want it back by Friday, or I'm going to call the credit card company and put it in dispute." Well, what they did is just cancel the credit altogether. Now, I really don't know what that meant, to cancel the credit. Like, they decided just not to give me my money back? I mean, what was their plan to cancel the credit for money that they owed me? Now, we're talking about $2,000. I'm not talking about $50 here, and that's a lot of money to me. So anyway, they canceled it. The next Tuesday I called to find out why it hadn't been credited to my account. And they said, "Well, I'm sorry, sir. We'll have to start the process all over." And I just said, "Screw it, just do it." After a day, I got to thinking about it and thinking how they were holding my money, and there's a great possibility that maybe they were in financial distress and couldn't afford to pay me back. And so I reported them. I reported them to the ICC, the Internet Corruption Center with the FBI. I think it's called IC3 for some reason. I looked up the website piss.com, and I planned on putting them on the Dodge forum and everywhere else, and now I'm making a YouTube video. I don't do Facebook because it's the devil, which is probably why he does so well on it. Achilles, if you watch this, get out of a business you know nothing about. If you're going to do an internet business, you need to do internet businesses for other people that know what business they're in. But just pick something and do it. And what really pisses me off is the last 2 times I called, I got one gal so mad, I swear I had her crying. Now that hurt me, because here's an innocent person that I had to talk to in such a way so that this information would be held, that she would do the same thing to someone else. That's why I chewed her out. And I told her that. And I said, "I'm not mad at you, but this is the only way that you can get mad at somebody else for having been treated this way because of their mistake." It pisses me off that a man would think so less of another human being much less an employee, to have them deal with his mistakes that way. Pay me my money. Charlie Norton, Wedowee, Alabama.